What up, Alpha Team? It's DJ AlphaTyler back again with another reaction. And y'all already see the title. You know what we got coming. We got Peerless Recordings, my boy, on deck right here. Now, before we jump into that, I want to talk a little bit about how I got to know Peerless Recording, because I think this is the first time I've actually done a recorded reaction to any of his music. And so this might be the first time a lot of y'all are catching it. If y'all weren't hanging out on the live stream last Thursday when we caught Peerless live, y'all may not have heard his music already. And so I'm excited to be doing this one. I'm excited to get into it. There's probably a card floating around here. So definitely, if you haven't checked out Peerless's channel, make sure you head over there, show him some love, because that guy is showing love to everybody in this community. He is a stand-up dude, and I absolutely appreciate him. And I love his music that I've heard so far. So, a little bit about this one. We got Rehab. It dropped on January 23rd. Haven't heard it yet. It looks like it's Peerless Recordings featuring Conscious, the Lyricist, and DJ Elemix. I don't know who's doing what. I don't know how it's all coming together. I'm guessing it's rap, but I'm excited to hear it, and I know that you guys are too. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. But before we do, I got a couple of things I got to ask, because we got to plug. If y'all enjoy the content on this channel, haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button down below to join the Alpha Team. Ding that notification bell to get on the notification squad so you always know when I got some new content dropping. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoy the reaction, and head over to Peerless's channel and do the same. He's got original music, he's got reactions, live chats, all that. That's actually how I met him, hanging out in one of his live chats. So, you know, you never know. If you're subbed over there, you might see me pop in one day on just chopping it up. Hey, but we're going to go ahead and hit up Rehab by all these dudes. Let's get it. Okay. This is a big boy video right here.
Took my world, flipped it upside down, that's what you did to me. Felt your eyes, felt your lips, felt your touch, felt your energy. The day we met at the door, we felt nothing but chemistry. We left a mark on each other's hearts, right where it's meant to be.
Yo, we talking about true love right there, okay. We talking about coming in. Hey, you came over, you left your mark, you entered my life, and you entered my very essence. You entered my heart. You know, he's talking about all those elements of a physical relationship that you feel, but he's also talking about that emotional piece. And me and Peerless, the day that we sat down, just chopping it up, hanging out, having conversation, we talked a lot about relationships. And I know that this guy 100% has that mindset, you know, like that real dedication to someone, that real heart of dedication, if you will. And I really like where he's coming from in the song, because I know that what he's saying is heartfelt, but it's also kind of giving that insight on, you know, that person that you see that comes in that you just know. And that's how I feel about my wife, man. 100%. Y'all heard me say that a million times, and I'm gonna keep saying it.
I was living on the edge, I was living kind of selfishly.
Yeah.
There was no room in my life for someone standing next to me.
Oh, okay.
I kept it real from the start, that's just how it was meant to be. I felt the love from my heart when this angel was sent to me.
Okay, and we're talking about too, he talking about where he was at in life. He talking about, hey, you know, 100%, I wasn't living great. I was living recklessly. I was doing dumb things. I was getting in trouble. Man, I feel that so much in my heart right there, because what he's talking about, I mean, then one day you see that person and it's like a switch flips. You know what I'm saying? Like you just turn off all those other things because they don't matter anymore. You get intoxicated being around that person that you care about so much, and you don't need that other stuff. That other stuff just clouds it up at a certain point. Come on now.
I was right, now I'm not, now I feel like a mess. I take you like a drug, I just can't get enough. Bittersweet is a pill that I don't want to taste. I hate that I become addicted to your love.
Okay, so we're talking about regret now in that. So I'm kind of wondering where this is coming from, because he's talking about, okay, but bittersweet, but it's bittersweet. So there's some good and bad that go along with that. I hate that I'm so addicted to your love. So we're talking about, are we talking about a person right here? I'm wondering, or what are we talking about? Because we're really talking about kind of getting that feeling where, you know, whatever he's talking about, because I'm gonna go out on a limb. I mean, with the pictures and everything, you know, it looks like we got this relationship montage kind of going with the pictures flashing through here. So I do think it's about a person, but I mean, you know, we're really talking about that bittersweet feeling. We're talking about that pain that kind of comes along with it. We're talking about the hardships that come along with it. Okay.
Sets in when everything changes fast. Worlds colliding deep inside. We knew we were built to last. Love caused some wounds that soon left us in an ugly cast of characters from our lives, so we forget the past. We can admit one thing, it was a ring that made it tough. Suddenly lust and looks and love were not quite enough. Our super glue began to crack, that's why things got tough. But in the end, it's love that wins, it is always enough.
Okay, so we were talking about kind of some issues coming up, you know, laying on that foundation though. Our super glue started to get cracked. So he's talking about issues coming along. And what we always fell back to, though, was that love, that real, true love, that foundation of love. But was he walking a minute ago? Let me check on this video. I'm going to back this up quite a bit because... Is this a garden right here?
Worlds colliding deep inside. We knew we were built to last.
I'm curious what this is because, like... I don't think it's, you know, I mean, I don't think he's talking about loss in this song. But I just kind of, for a minute when that flashed by, it just kind of made me think of a gravesite. But I think this is a garden, but I'm not 100% sure. So somebody make sure to let me know there. But I think it's relevant because, I mean, he's talking about this love. He's talking about how, you know, we started having issues. Our foundation started to shake a little bit, but we knew that we were built to last. And a minute he comes back and talks about, you know, that super glue starting to crack. So we really started seeing the issues that shook us, shook everything that was holding us together. Okay.
Love caused some wounds that soon left us in an ugly cast of characters from our lives, so we forget the past. We can admit one thing, it was a ring that made it tough. Suddenly lust and looks and love were not quite enough.
I think he said right there, I think he said that the ring was what made it tough.
We can admit one thing, it was a ring that made it tough. Suddenly lust and looks and love were not quite enough. Our super glue began to crack, that's why things got tough. But in the end, it's love that wins, it is always enough.
Okay, so he coming with saying that ring made it tough. You know, it was hard. I'm guessing he's saying, you know, those obligations that kind of come along when you get married kind of add that extra feeling of stress onto it. And then he's going into talking about, but in the end, love wins. And I mean, that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. True love does always win. Now, I'm excited. I've never heard Conscious the Lyricist, so I'm excited to hear this. I'm guessing this is who this is.
I took on a totally different approach. You know, not at your door, but you ain't answer, so I left the rose. I'm a mystery to your family, you should let them know. I'm hoping they don't disown me, so you won't have to let me go. I'm cold, don't mean to tell you I will when I won't. You say that my love is bipolar when the moment's exposed. One day I want you to hold me holy, the next day I'm ghost. The power I get from your touch, it be making me choke, but lately you've been giving me.
Okay, so Conscious is talking about the same thing right here, kind of. You know, he's talking about that love. He's got a different approach though, kind of coming in though and saying, you know, he's got that bipolar kind of love, and really talking about that struggle too. I mean, but that going back to what Peerless was talking about a minute ago, you know, you end up laying back on that foundation of true love. You start looking at the you know, the super glue that you're using to hold everything together in those moments, because everybody has those moments where, you know, that perfect relationship don't feel so perfect anymore. You know what I'm saying?
The next damn ghost, the power I get from your touch, it be making me choke. But lately you've been giving me the cold shoulder, trying to run game on a man who got game. If we keep it up, then the game's over. Ask you what's going on and you say not a thing. I try to buy you something, but you tell me my love don't cost a thing.
I'm telling you, man, like, I almost, like, artistically, I almost feel like this is gonna flip on me in a second, and this whole song is gonna be like silently talking about music, just because of the kind of struggles that they're talking about, like the way that they're talking about these struggles and this love and everything. Let's go though.
There you go being J-Lo, man, I can see your halo. You say I just need some time, I think that we just need to lay low. Trust me, let's not fight before things get ugly. Arguments form into lust, that's how I know you still love me. Rehab.
I was right, now I'm not, now I feel.
Hey, and he talking about at the end of the day, we have all them fights and everything, but it turns into that thing where I just want you and you just want me. And so that's how I know that you still do love me. Man, I'm
form into lust, that's how I know you still love me. Rehab.
I was right, now I'm not, now I feel like a mess. I take you like a drug, I just can't get enough.
no.
Bittersweet is a pill that I don't want to taste. I hate that I become addicted to your love. Take you like a drug, I just can't get enough. Bittersweet is a pill that I don't want to taste. I hate that I become addicted to your love.
Right on. So that was Rehab right there. And so Peerless as well as Conscious, they're both talking about kind of that relationship in there, those struggles and everything. But honestly, kind of listening between the lines, I really feel like this is talking about music. You know what I mean? Like, because they're talking about that relationship, love. You know, they're talking about that feeling, that real bond that you get with somebody. And everything that they're saying could easily be applicable to a real relationship, a real, you know, with another human. And all those real struggles that you go through. But I just, when I'm listening to this and when I'm kind of thinking about the imagery that they're using and everything, some of the struggles and kind of the back and forth and kind of the heat that you take and everything, looking at, you know, Peerless at the board right there, you know, looking at the monitor, kind of mixing some music up and everything. And I'm looking at, you know, this montage, what's being fit in here, you know, kind of going around and what all it's showing. You know, I really think, I feel like this is more of a reflection on kind of that music taste, like that love of music. And if you're an artist, if you're a writer, you absolutely know that struggle. I mean, it feels like you get love, sometimes it feels like you don't. Even doing reactions, you know, I mean, you know that struggle because you know, you're part of the music community, you're doing something in the music community, even if it's kind of ancillary, you know, talking about things, kind of understanding perspectives, where everything's coming from, all that. But the real big key in that to me is just kind of, you know, the video piece. And a video, you know, if you're doing a music video with a song like this, you want it to be an accompanying piece so that it adds something to the song. And really those images, you know, going through the studio sessions, you know, sitting on the stairs, looking into his studio and everything, kind of looking around there and everything, I just kind of get the feeling, you know, what we're talking about, because music gives you that feeling too. You're getting love one day and then it feels like you're kind of falling off. You hit those struggles. He talked about the struggles with the ring and everything too. You know, we start looking at sometimes, I mean, you know, Am I spending too much time on this music? Am I spending too much time in the studio reviewing music? Am I spending too much time making music? You know, am I neglecting my family, my love, those real true priorities too much sometimes? And all those questions kind of come in. And so to a certain extent, you know, what I'm seeing in what they put together right here is I'm almost seeing like that, you know, that infatuation. Jason JV made a song not too long ago called Can't Quit You. And he talked about this in that song a lot, you know, really talking about music being that passion piece and music being that thing that, you know, it's really hard to kind of get away from it. And it becomes like a drug, you know, and it's one of those things, you know, to a certain extent, like it's like, I wish I didn't care about this so much. I wish I didn't want to make it here, because when you've tried, when you've actually put in the hours to try and make it as a musician, it becomes a cumbersome thing sometimes. But it's something that you love. It's something, there's no other way to kind of get your opinions out, get your feelings out, you know, artistically express yourself, especially when you're having fun with it and really using, you know, like an example I would use is a song like this, where, you know, you take somebody on that journey and it's like, okay, you know, it sounds like you are describing a relationship with another human being, but then at its core, you know, that I guess that moment where the light flicks on and it's like, oh, this is about music, you know, and really kind of giving somebody a perspective of how much music can feel like that drug, like that drink, like that person, you know, like it has its own identity and it becomes something that you get addicted to and something that you want to interact with. I like this track. I'm settling. I think it is about music. I know I talked a lot about the relationship side earlier, and I know that a lot of those things are, you know, Peerless's true, you know, views on relationships and everything. And so I stand on what I said earlier on, but I do think the vibe of the song, I think what he's really getting at is talking about that love, that addiction to the music, to, you know, recording, to mixing, especially. I'm assuming, I mean, I'm not really assuming, there's videos of it. I'm assuming that Peerless does a lot of production work, and especially when you get into production work, you know, sometimes it's like art. It's art with levers, with numbers, with all that. COVID, by the way. It's art with all that stuff, except you're trying to artistically blend a sound together. And there's no better feeling in music, at least for me personally, than when you get everything sounding the way that you're happy with it. Y'all let me know what you guys think about this one. This has been a long one. I've been long-winded, but I think it's an awesome message. I think he did an awesome job painting a picture and really putting something together. I appreciate this track 100%. Y'all let me know what you guys think about it. That's all I got for this one, though. I'm DJ AlphaTyler. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me for a minute. Hope you're staying safe, taking care of yourselves. Like, share, and subscribe as you feel led to do. And make sure you head over to Peerless's channel and do the same. Probably put another card in this area somewhere. Hit me up over on social media. We got all them social medias and everything. All the tags are right there. But I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Stay safe. And I'm going to catch you guys next time.
Now it's time to roll 13, closing up, we can't wait no more. Lofty goals, but the end is in my sight. Got the timing right now, just gotta get it right. 13 so far, dark as night. Ain't a lot we've been through, shine very bright. But 13, time to shed some light. Everybody open up as we reveal this mind. Closing this one out like I opened last, all the time it slipped by and it's all in the past.